Thank you for watching our video. Today, we would like to discuss how to handle big tables in the FileMaker MySQL environment. In this environment, FileMaker is used for front-end, and MySQL is used for back-end. A big table means a table which has between 100,000 to over 10 million records. Our goal is to handle over 10 million records in a MySQL table using FileMaker application. There are three models for developing an application in the FileMaker MySQL environment, which are the common model, the improved common model, and the big table handling model. Now, let's review each of the three models one by one. First, the common model. This checkbox toggles between the common model and the improved common model. The common model is the common development method which is used by every FileMaker developer. However, it doesn't have any measure to suppress FileMaker's redundant SQL queries. On the other hand, the improved common model has a measure to suppress a lot of redundant SQL queries issued by FileMaker. Now, let's check this box and set it to the common model mode. Pressing this button will display the product receiving layout, and the receiving table has almost 1 million records. The thing is how long it takes until the layout is displayed. Now, let's press this button to go to the product receiving layout and see what happens. Since it will take about 1 minute or more to just display the layout, so we will skip this part. 1 minute or more is quite a long time for application users. Now, let's try browsing. For the first 10 to 20 records, browsing is okay. But when you pass a certain point, browsing goes crazy. FileMaker is issuing a lot of redundant queries, and it makes operation almost impossible. Now, let's think about the improved common model. The core of the improved common model is quite simple. That is, the core performs a search by entering greater than 0 in the primary key field to select and load all the records. Whenever you open a layout with the big table for the first time after starting up the application, perform this primary key search. This loads all the records and suppresses a lot of queries from FileMaker, which causes a massive performance slowdown. Now, let's uncheck this box and set the application in the improved common model mode. Then, go to the product receiving layout by pressing this button. Since it takes 1 to 2 minutes to display the receiving layout, just like in the common model mode, we will skip this part. Now, let's see the difference between the two models. The difference is that in the improved common model, browsing records is much faster and doesn't trigger a lot of redundant SQL queries of FileMaker. This way, you see browsing 1 million records is quite smooth, and you will not experience any massive slowdown. Now, let's think about the big table handling model. As you saw, opening a table with 1 million records takes 1 minute or more. This time, we have created a table which has about 10 million records It is a terrible experience for any application user to open such a big MySQL table using FileMaker application. In the big table handling model, FileMaker doesn't directly access and load any big table data, but it executes a stored procedure of MySQL which partially replicates big table data to another table. Users actually manipulate the replicated table, which has only records selected by the user. Now, let's see an actual example. Pressing this button displays a shipping layout especially designed for a big table using the big table handling model. This way, you can quickly open a layout, and the layout table has no records at the very beginning. Now, let's slide the header part to display the search area. This yellow area is for entering search conditions, so I will enter something. About 5,200 records are replicated. Let's try another one. It took 10 seconds for replicating about 14,000 records. This may be not as fast as you want, but it's better than the common model or the improved common model. In conclusion, the common model is okay for handling tables with several thousand records, but not okay for tables with 100,000 records. We suppose the improved common model should be used for over 30,000 records, and we recommend the big table handling model for over 500,000 records.